We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Mayfield looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Once again, it's Irving. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Baker going to give it to Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is caught by Evans. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Staying on his feet, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick here is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that might hurt them later not getting into the end zone.
Well, the good thing is, still first quarter, and they did come out of it with points. In a sense, they could look at it positively and say, hey, we set the pace in this one. I think that's how they'll go about it.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They begin on the ground with Guerrero. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And some room to maneuver. He may go. Touchdown, 49ers. Isaac Guerrero. 66 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Jake Moody now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the gun, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Here's Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Mayfield now from the 50. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mayfield now. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Mayfield to throw it. Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Buccaneers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here. Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Here's Purdy. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Well, this one's knuckling, and it just does get over the crossbar. He didn't get much of it, but he got it to go. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. This one's caught. And it stretches their lead up to 8. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Mayfield. Here's a quick pass. He's got Chris Godwin. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Mayfield. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the second half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. Another ball up for grabs here, and this one is intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important third down.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And that is no good. And that will keep this a 15-point game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game. Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters. So I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now Mayfield. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. 4th down, 10 yards to go. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here's Baker. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Right back to Chris Godwin. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's 1st down. Now Baker going to change it up. Mayfield. And he's got it. And the Bucs are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's 1st and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Mayfield looks to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a
The team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these NFC East foes. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A first carry now for Rico Dowdle. And he will have the first down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Pistol now for Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
His defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
On fourth down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Britton Covey now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their quarterback. It's Jalen Hurts.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
To the air right away is Hurts. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Yeah! Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
On first down, it's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll go right back to Goedert. He's got it again. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What a great run down here inside the red zone, Mike. It's so important that you still can run the ball. Great job here by the back. I thought for a minute he was going to score. He gets it all the way down inside the 1, and I wouldn't be surprised if they let him finish this drive off.
Here's Barkley. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles move out to a 7-3 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A return coming from the 14. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he'll get this up to the 44. Reed Blankenship coming up from his safety spot to make the stop. Second and 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
On 3rd down, Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run with Dowdle. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Second down and 8. Throwing is Prescott. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
I could go on and on about the offensive line breakdowns with this pass protection, and it's been flat out brutal. But let's give some credit to the other side of the ball. They came in not only motivated to make a statement, but with a great game plan, and so far they've executed it to a T.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger on to punt for Dallas. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Now Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 24. Donovan Wilson will bring him down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now Hurts going to call his own number. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Philadelphia.
I think this is something we're going to continue to see today, Mike, as this game goes along. They're going to make the defense make a decision. Do you want to account for the running back, or do you want to account for the quarterback? In this case, they choose the running back, and the quarterback makes them pay by picking up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Hurts. He's got his tight end Goddard working the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down. On the ground, this is Barkley. He'll get this ahead for about 3. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. They face second down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Quickly to the outside and complete.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. So got it, the tight end comes in motion. Hurts. Going to keep it on the option. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Third and goal for Hurts. That's caught Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So, time to think about 4th and goal coming up. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. We're back to Arlington in a moment. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This, about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles go out to a 10-3 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Short kick taken at the 17. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. Just the lone field goal for them so far. Down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. Dak to throw. That's down the field for Lamb. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath. The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Dowdle. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. It's about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Prescott now. That is caught. And he's in. Jalen Tolbert. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. For the return, here comes Britton Covey. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense ready for this next possession. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. The open receiver is Dotson. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Five yards from the house. They've got it 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. A run with Barkley. Good running on display there, taking it to the 5, but now it is 3rd and goal. To throw is Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
On 4th down, here comes Jake Elliott for the Philadelphia field goal. Officially, a 29-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Eagles going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. They play it short, take it at the 15-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Pistol now for Prescott. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the 1st down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
It's 3rd and 1, and here's Prescott. That's taken in. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
Good hang time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. Now Barkley. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught left side by Goddard. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And they'll throw here with Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds just past the marker. The ball was in the proper place for a new set of downs.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He'll push forward for about a yard. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. The ball comes out. That'll be picked up by the Eagles.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back on. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose. And are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field? So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On the play fake, Dak. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself. but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's third down. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. And that is incomplete. Reed Blankenship has the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Whoa! And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. The veteran Eric Hendricks on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6. A pistol snap back to Hurts. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there, and that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. Third and 6. Now Hurts. That one caught by Smith. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
And in motion is Brown. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. And in motion is Brown. He'll get this out wide. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. His 2nd grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now a screen set up for Barkley. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And they will get another chance. They cover it up after very nearly squandering a great scoring opportunity. And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, Hurts. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. As we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it, and for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. Micah Parsons on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Hurts. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. Here's 3rd and 7. Dotson, the man in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the 1st down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
A 1st down throw for Hurts. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Hurts. They'll set up the screen to Gainwell. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they convert on 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Pistol now for Prescott.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Here's Dak to throw. The open man is Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will cut the lead from 6 down to 3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Barkley. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. No touchdown, but they are close. Going to be 1st and goal. They've got it at the 3.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jahan Dotson. Touchdown, Eagles. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles will extend this third quarter lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They face second down and 7. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's going to take this past the 45. And that's good enough for a first down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Now Dowdle. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. Here's third down and a few inches. On the ground, it's Dowdle. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down.
And he continues to carry the ball well. Another nice one here. But as they find themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
They'll stay on the ground. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. They'll stick with him again. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. The spot is at their own 49, making this a 61-yard attempt. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And this stays a 2-score game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
The visitors' offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Hurts going to call his own number. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big connection from Dak to CD. 41 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dak to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Play action now. Prescott. A pass. Caught by the veteran. That's Brandon Cooks. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
It is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He'll try and get there on the ground. Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Prescott now. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough. But you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball. And right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are able to get it back within a score.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Covey now on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a 1st down to boot.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Hurts again. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it here with Saquon. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. They're going to bring him down at the 21, but they're also going to move the chains after that run. 1st down picked up on the ground. They'll run the toss to Barkley. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Man in motion is Smith. A 2nd down throw for Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They run out of the gun with Barkley. It is a gain of 16. They get the third down conversion by about a yard.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Now Hurts. He'll tuck it and take off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Here's Hurts. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now a return coming from the 14. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have the first down yardage across the 50 to the 48. They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll take this forward only to about the 46-yard line. Second down and 8. To throw is Dak. That's to the left side. He's got Ferguson.
So often, the only way to combat the perfect blitz call is to beat the blitz with the ball. That's exactly what the quarterback does here. He's able to find his open man and get the ball out of his hand because he holds on to that ball for 1 count longer. It most likely was going to result in a sack.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a first down. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Now, Prescott. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. And the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
You can see the running back. He's waiting patiently for that cutback lane to open, and it just never did. Great job by the defense continuing to string that play out sideways, and they're able to take him down for a loss.
3rd and goal for Prescott. And he will score. Game on. Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On for the PAT is Aubrey. He's got it. And the Cowboys will cut the deficit to 7. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Covey now on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Hurts to throw. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Hurts to the air on 1st down. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. A pistol snap back to Hurts. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Running from the pistol with Barkley. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Third and long. To throw is Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Hurts now. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field. Be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the 4th quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
Only need a yard, and it's 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz planned for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds as the clock will stop. It would have stopped anyway as we've hit the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd down and 3. They'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Third and short. Prescott over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. To the air again. Prescott. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This pass right side taken in by Cooks. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
That is caught. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. Here comes Barkley. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now, 2nd and 4. Hurts working in the pistol. A pass caught by Saquon. And he's out of bounds with the 1st down, so they get a new set of downs and just as importantly stop the clock. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here's 1st down. Now Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. 4 quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. A return coming from the 14. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's Dak Prescott, and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Open man. That's the veteran Cooks. 16 yards on the game. And a quick 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Now Dowdle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. In motion, Lamb. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. A shotgun snap for Prescott. Open man, left side. He's got it. It's a gain of 12 there. 1st down, Cowboys.
Anytime you have a running back like this, it's more about just how many ways can you get the ball in his hand. He's had a great game today so far on the ground. Now they're starting to find ways to get him the ball through the air, and that is a handful for any defense.
On the ground, it's Dowdle. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Dak to fire here, complete to Cooks. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Prescott. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you want to win in this league and have a successful defense, how you perform on third down is critical. Even more so, your backs are up against the wall. The offense finds themselves down in the red zone looking for 6. Those third down sacks go a long way to keeping touchdowns off the board and making them settle for field goals.
So, pressure kick coming now for Brandon Aubrey. This to get a leg up in the OT. This kick is good. He knocks it through. And they get the upper hand as they take the lead to start overtime.
Of course they would have loved to finish this with a touchdown, of course. But this is the next best thing. You come out here in overtime, you get the early lead going up by 3, and now you put it on your defense. Can they come up with one stop to win this football game?
So, the opening drive of overtime yields 3. Can the opponents respond? They receive the kickoff now. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
He's got this complete. That's Smith. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play there in overtime. And even 30 yards.
And it's the arm talent, Mike. It's on full display. His ability to step up in the pocket, get everything behind that ball, and throw a laser downfield. That's not a throw that all quarterbacks in the NFL are capable of making. And I think it was pretty good defense. Just turned out to be a better throw.
A first down throw for Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Room to maneuver at the 35. And he'll be taken down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So, not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Man in motion is Smith. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. A run with Barkley. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. They'll run with Barkley. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.